Hi, Folk Alliance friends. I'm Kim Moberg. I'm so excited to be playing the Folk Alliance Unlocked showcase tonight. I am tuning in from the traditional territory of the indigenous NACC and Wampanoag people of First Light, now known as Cape Cod, Massachusetts in the USA. I'm going to be doing some love songs for you tonight. I'm going to do songs that address depression and a call to action song. The first song I'm going to play for you was written from a prompt, and the prompt was called That'll Have to Wait. And the song is on my second CD titled Up Around the Bend. Staring at your face across from me, a stranger where a lover used to be, and the words that you are saying mean my world's about to shake, so the hearing that'll have to wait. When you took away your love so suddenly, didn't give me time to cry or even breathe. The tears will soon be raining like a crossfire hurricane, but the feeling that'll have to wait. Now they say that God don't give us more than we can take. The pain of losing you, I just can't face. 'Cause a heart that's used to loving, you know it don't know how to bend. It just breaks. Well, this heart may mend and learn to love again. I can't say with who or why or even when. As time goes by, the bitter fades and the goodness shall remain. But forgiving, that'll have to wait. Now they say that God don't give us more than we can take. The pain of losing you, I just can't face. 'Cause a heart that's used to loving, you know it don't know how to bend. It just breaks. So forgiving, that'll have to wait. That'll have to wait. It's called That'll Have to Wait from my second CD, titled Up Around the Bend. Up Around the Bend, which was recorded with Grammy-nominated producer Jon Evans at the studio Brick Hill, right here on Cape Cod, where I live. The next song is from my first CD. I lost my mom to cancer, complications from breast cancer, about 17 years ago. But I wrote this song in a while ago, probably 2015, I want to say, 2016. Excuse me. And my mother and I were very close friends growing up, and we always believed in the hereafter. We'd talk often. We'd have conversations about what happens next after this life. And we made a promise to each other that we would try and get in touch with each other if it was possible. Not long after she passed away, 2 weeks after she passed away, I got a telephone. I had a dream that I had a telephone call, and I wrote this song about that. It's called The Call. I started to call you just to say hello, see how you're doing, and tell you about my day. So many times I've had my hand on the phone to dial your number, only to recall it's been 12 years since I had to say goodbye, but they say life's energies takes a new form. I wish I could place a call to heaven, would anyone there receive my call? I just want to leave this message in heaven. I love you. Thanks for being my mom. And I had a dream that I picked up the phone, your voice so clear when you said hello. And I cried inside the dream before I awoke, my tears remembering that you were gone. Can you hear me singing? Can you see all that I've done? Did you bring your memories along? I wish I could place a call to heaven, would anyone there receive my call? I just want to leave this message in heaven. I love you. Thanks for being my mom. once in a while I'll check the telephone. I'm waiting for your call. That's for my mom, Veronica Macaventa Constantino Hogan. She had a lot of names. I always used to wonder, how did she write out all those names when she was in kindergarten? The next song was also written from a prompt. And when I got the prompt, I got it through email, and it said, Kim, your prompt is dragons. And I immediately kind of freaked out, thinking, oh my goodness, what am I going to write about dragons? And I went to the all-knowing Google, and I typed in dragons. And what popped up was the phrase, here be dragons. And it's a phrase that was used long ago to denote areas that were considered unexplored or dangerous. And so I wrote this song about a woman who finds herself in an area that's unexplored and dangerous. It's called Here Be Dragons. With blood red on her lips, perfume in her hair, well, tonight she'll be a sinner or an angel in despair. Staring in the rearview, deciding where to turn. Well, if you play with fire, you surely will get burned. Here be dragons. Here be dragons. Well, she always does the right thing, and she always keeps her word. But this loneliness and heartbreak have caused the lines to be blurred. His eyes call from the border at the point of no return, sparking that old fire she welcomes in the barn. Here be dragons. Here be dragons. You see, the story that she's weaved, it ain't enough to make believe that her soul won't bear the cost of a trust forever lost. Here we go. She unlocks the back door, heads on up to bed. But she still can't help but wonder where desire might have led. Knowing that forbidden fruit won't satisfy the yearn, yet the taste of sweet temptation lingers and it burns. Here be dragons. Here be dragons. Beware the dragons. Slay the dragon. Here be dragons. It's a fun song to play, and that's also on my second CD. And if you want to learn a little bit more about me, my website is www.kimmobergmusic.com. I was born in Juneau, Alaska, like I said in the beginning. And as I travel around and play for different audiences, that's something that sparks a lot of interest, understandably so. But what people don't know is that my father's side of the family comes from a very interesting and faraway land called Kansas. My dad was the grandson of Josephine and Melinda and Hamilton Hogan. Hamilton was known as Hamp. And it was definitely a family full of stories and adventure, full of adultery and even murder. But I loved my great-grandmother Jo so much that I wanted to write a song about her. This is called Josephine. On a rainy Ozark night, a baby girl is born. Down County, 1894. Josephine Melinda gave a muffled cry, first in a lifetime of countless more. Hamp was tall and lean with eyes as black as coal and a dark spot upon his soul. Sweet Josie took his name at 17 years old. His 4 children she soon born. Well, shot a man for stealing from his water well, or so his story goes. Left him there to die on that dusty bowl. The judge said guilty, had the cell door closed. So Josie worked the railroad while he did his time, cooking up and down that KT line. And she heard that Hamp was free and had a family and a wife across the Kansas state line. The orphan's home, the only way to save her kids, their love she'd not forsake. She kissed them all and wiped a tear, and in their ears said, I'll be back, whatever it takes. Stood before the preacher for a second time with Mr. Coffee at 25. No wedding gown, a union for to save their lives. She'd be a widow in 20 years' time. Oh, Josephine, sweet Josephine, I miss your spitfiring smile. Third time was to us when she was 55, and she loved that man on to the day she died. 23, she smiles at me, looking down from my crooked bloodline. Oh, Josephine, sweet Josephine, I miss your spitfiring smile. Josephine, sit for a while. Josephine. True story. Absolutely true story. all the way through. But boy, was she a character. I just loved her. The next song that I'm going to play for you addresses the topic of depression. My brother-in-law had the biggest heart pretty much in the whole wide world, and he passed away a couple of years ago. But unfortunately, he suffered from depression pretty much all of his life. And because of this, I would often refer to him as a lost boy. A lost boy. And so I wrote this song thinking of him, and it's called Lost in Blue. Let's try it again. If colors are emotions and the stories told within the art, there stands an empty canvas waiting for the brush to start. Staring at the palette, too afraid to feel, knowing it will break his heart. Empty and abandoned, little boy lost in blue. Lost in blue. Lost in blue. Suffering the demons of doubt that live inside of you. Lost in blue. Lost in blue. Fading in the sadness, little boy lost in blue. Stroke of truth to feel, a gallery to heal, the wounds that left you colorblind. Reflections on the weave will light the hope you need to leave the years of pain behind. Another day is dawning, shrouded in a world of gray, waiting in the color, the strength to paint the shame away. When he begins to see them, the portrait will reveal he was not the one to blame. Him from the darkness, no longer lost in blue. Lost in blue. Lost in blue. Suffering the demons of doubt that live inside of you. Lost in blue. Lost in blue. Fading in the sadness, little boy lost in blue. May love release the sadness for little boys lost in blue. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. There's so much amazing music happening at this concert. conference right now. Thank you again to everyone who worked so hard to put this conference together this year. I really appreciate it. The last song I'm going to play for you, I wrote thinking about that no matter what side of the political fence we're on, we all want and deserve the same things, and that's respect and acceptance. So I wrote this for all the people who came before me, who had the courage and the conviction to stand up for what is right and to resist what is wrong. It's called resist. With empty pockets and hopeful dreams, they set sail on a stormy sea, facing danger and poverty, to see that light of liberty. Stolen lands and broken treaties, they left their lives at wounded knee. Their sons and daughters, these many years, still fight the white man to keep our waters clean. So I'm not willing to close my eyes, and I'm not willing to accept the lies. I'm not willing to compromise to this. I say resist. They built a railroad so slaves could flee, with a proclamation, you are free. Then they marched in Selma for the dream, spilling blood for equality. Out of the closet, finally, but they pay the price for living honestly, beaten and tortured so brutally for the crime of loving differently. So I'm not willing to close my eyes, and I'm not willing to accept the lies. No, I'm not willing to compromise to this. I say resist. So I'll stand up for freedom, and I'll sing out for peace. I'll speak out for justice to show my children we can do better than this. They'll try to stop us just to feed their greed, building walls that come between. But we'll work together to realize a dream and to build a nation on true democracy. And so I'll ask you to stand up for freedom. I beg you, sing out for peace. Let's speak out for justice to show our children we are better than this. So I'm not willing to close Thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of the conference. Have a good night.